You may be asking yourself the same thing I asked myself all last night and yesterday while we were doing this. If I dislike L&W so much, why would I run their stuff? It's not that I dislike them a whole lot. I mean, I know it sounds like I did because in the moment you're mad, whatever. I posted a video about their A-arms and how they don't want to work with me. But remember, I bought all this stuff at the same time. So I have it. I'm giving it a shot. Anyways. We're going to do trailing arms. Because we got those there fellers to do. Oh, these already have the uniballs pressed in them.
I know.
Oh, that's nice.
How about that?
We don't even have to do that part. Hot dog. All right, here's the factory one. Look at that other one next to it. And then there's the high clearance one. Look at the clearance difference on those.
That's a huge difference.
Like this is like 5 inches.
Jeez.
And, oh, we got to get the offsets out of there, I guess. Or did those come with offsets?
There's a bag of hardware. I don't know.
Oh, it's even got some bolts in there. 4 bolts.
Oh, maybe you got replacement shits. Bolts. Oh, these little jobs.
Huh.
Self-tappers. Oh, there's different sizes.
Well, I wonder if some of them are for these. I bet you these.
That's weird, even odd number.
Yeah,
That doesn't seem right.
unusual. All right, so they sent us one of each of those and we needed 2 of them. So we got to cut that down. We don't have a lathe, but we got a grinder and a vise. Yeah, that's annoying. This is another L&W part, which is the reason those are the arms that we took off of the front were L&W. Yeah, see? Do you see why now, Ethan?
Yep.
This is why I didn't want to put these trailing arms on for as long as I've had them, but here we are.
You lay down. That's fun.
Did this thing die? Yeah. Oh no, it's still going. So here's our problem that we have. We can't get that bolt in there because you see how there's no gap. The bottom of the shock is hitting the tube, and we need to come down with this a little bit in order to go through that hole. Like an L&W. Oh my god. Never again. Here's our dilemma, is right there is where the shock's hitting because these holes are too close to that frickin' tube. So we're going to clearance that out just a little bit so that the bottom of the shock has got some more room. Dumb problems. We shouldn't be having these problems. Okay, our second problem with clearance on L&W trailing arms is the L&W radius arms don't clear at full droop. So look at that's all the way up. It's not even high enough to get the freaking bolt in there at full droop. So how does I don't know? I just, you know, I don't know. And here we are, these two idiots. We're still putting them on.
You're absolutely right.
Something else, I was going to tie down these brake lines. They give you, there's these two little holes. So this little knobby guy goes in one hole, and then you're supposed to screw it into the other hole. So they give you these self-tapper screws. See, these little shorties. Here's the next problem that I have with these. You put these in this bracket, look at here. You put them in this bracket here. Put them so that they're flush. Okay, this one doesn't even want to go flush in there. So apparently I've got to modify that. So let's try another one. Okay, so you put it so it's flush. You have got 1.5 threads or so. I suppose that's probably enough, but it's still just kind of chintzy to me. So what I'm going to do is like what they did with the factory. I'm just going to rivet them. So I measured the front A arms are riveted in there, so were the trailing arms. So the front is 3/16 hole. So I'm just gonna go get some 3/16 rivets and just rivet these bad mamma jammas in there so that I can have the brake line like that. This one goes up here, that one goes there, and so on. So I'm just gonna drill all those out to 3/16 and pop a rivet in there. I think that'll be a little bit better. That's how they did it from the factory. Yeah, it'll suck if I have to take it back apart, but it's not that big of a deal to break aluminum rivets off. But anywho, the next thing I was thinking, and we're going to find out, and you'll find out too. So I was bitching about having to clearance this, right, because it was hitting in here. So maybe the toe is just really, really, really far out or something, and that's why it doesn't matter. But I see these things at full droop. Other people probably don't even look at it. They're probably just like, ah, I got badass aftermarket parts. I don't even pay attention if it actually runs at all of the entire travel. Well, I do, because I know what happens if you run things into a bind. So, anywho, I'm going to go around to get some rivets, and we're going to get back on this thing. Okay, we got the trailing arms are installed. So we drilled these out and we riveted them like the factory. You do have to bend this brake line just a little bit, but not too bad. Got all these drilled, except for these ones. These ones I had to mark and drill out because there was no hole at all for that one, that one, that one. On that side, or this one on this side. So we just opened up these to 3/16, put 3/16 rivet in them, and put it all together. And now that we just got to put the tires back on the back, we got to set it down. Oh, we got to hook this up too. And we got to lower it down because I didn't set the preload on these quite right. I got to move up the divider rings. All right, round into, I don't even know what number problem this is with the L&W trailing arms, but the tow bar bolt right there, if you set this up so it's got 0 toe in it, then the tires touch the bolt. So right now we adjusted it out so it's far enough so that it doesn't rub, and we're 1 inch towed out in the front. 1 inch towed out. That's how far you got to tow it out with the factory wheels. So yeah, you can probably put wheel spacers on there, or you can buy different wheels, but I don't want to do either one of those things. So I think that these are never even going to get used. They're just going to come off just like the arms came off, because I don't want to change every single thing in order to run one single part. So that's annoying. So even like Dad was mentioning, even if you run this the way that it is, even though that there's space right now, if you've got anything where you're throwing weight around and you get tire flex, that tire is going to flex right into that bolt head and just rip the inside of the tire off. Rip a hole into it. because there's not much clearance right now. Hard to see in there, but there's not much clearance, especially where the lug of the tire is. Real great fun stuff. 5mm Allen wrench. I can't even get a 5mm wrench between the tire and the bolt. That's what it towed out an inch. So I emailed R L&W, told them the problems I was having, sent them pictures of the clearance issues, told them the towing and all that other stuff. Factory wheels, factory Polaris wheels with 35-inch O-bore rock scrapers on it, which the tires don't make a difference because I could be running any height of tire and you're gonna have a bulge of the tire right where that bolt is. See? Anyways, R L&W said, yeah, just send them back. They sent me a packing slip little sticker guy for sending it out and everything. They didn't even argue with me or tell me I'm an idiot or something. I'm expecting something because this is, you know, I did the A-arms and that didn't work out, and now the trailing arms and those aren't working out. And I think they know that they've got problems, so that's why they didn't even argue with me at all. They're just like, yep, send them back. We'll send you your money back. So I got to take them back off. So annoying. Take them back off, and then Off-Road Beast ones are on the way. Should have just ordered those instead of ordering L&W, putting 40 miles on the front A-arms or whatever I put on those, not even putting any miles at all on the trailing arms, and now they're back off again. So here we are. Learn from my mistakes and don't be an idiot. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm dumb. Something. I don't know. I wasn't even going to ask L&W to return these like you seen in the other video. Those are the A-arms. I modified them. I know. I'm not an engineer. I did the steering stops on them and stuff, and I had to clearance them for the CV axles because they interfered with that and all the other crap that I did. So I figured it's not very fair to ask L&W to return them after I hacked them up. Found a fella on Marketplace. He said, I don't care. I'll give you $500 for them. So he's probably going to go through and try and get them fixed up for him, or maybe he's running wider offset wheels and it won't be a problem. He could just cut those bump stops off and just go. So hope him the best. I sent him the link to the video so that there was no question at all. Why am I getting rid of them? And he watched the video and he's like, yeah, I'll still take them. So those are packaged up and ready to go. So I'm going to get to ripping this apart. Really annoying. All right, let's get going. Somewhere in the midst of all that, you died. Anywho, I got it all packaged up. It's right there, and I'm right here. This camera's pretty fancy because you could see me and you could see that, and we can even do like this earth mode sort of deal. Anyways, we're gonna load that up. Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to tape the frickin' Doojum-Wappy thing on there and marker up that one and all that stuff. Anyways, we're gonna package it up, and then we're gonna go to the UPS store.